Before the 1950s, the world was in black and white. It was polite, it was quiet, and it was controlled. But in the mid-50s, something broke. It wasn't just a new sound, it was a fever, a wild, untamed hybrid of white country hillbilly music and black rhythm and blues. They called it Rockabilly. It was the sound of a generation that refused to stay in its place, a sound that was raw, dangerous, and loud enough to wake the dead.
If Rockabilly had a birthplace, it was a tiny studio at 706 Union Avenue in Memphis, Tennessee. Sun Records, owned by a man named Sam Phillips, who had a simple but revolutionary dream: to find a white man who had the Negro sound and the Negro feel. He knew that if he could find that, he could make $1 billion and change the world. To understand Rockabilly, you have to understand the ingredients. It took the twang of the Appalachian Mountains, the fast-picking guitars of country and western, and slammed them into the driving, sensual backbeat of the blues. It was music for the working class, by the working class. It didn't need a 20-piece big band. It just needed a guitar, a stand-up bass, and enough nervous energy to power a city.
I got grease on my hand and dust on my shoe. Radio shaking with those midnight blues. Echo in the alley, got my name to tell it. Echo in the alley, it hits and it slaps.
This echo, this slapback, became the signature of the genre. It made the singer sound like he was shouting from the bottom of a well or a dark alleyway. It added mystery, it added grit. And in 1954, when a truck driver named Elvis Presley walked into Sun Records, that mystery became a revolution. For the first time in history, teenagers had their own anthem. They weren't just little adults anymore. They were rebels, they were greasers, and Rockabilly was the fuel for their fire. Sam Phillips didn't just find Elvis, he found a lightning bottle. In a matter of months, Sun Records became a magnet for every wild spirit in the South. There was Carl Perkins, the true architect of the Rockabilly guitar style. There was Johnny Cash, who brought a dark, rolling boom-chicka-boom rhythm from the Arkansas tracks. And then there was Jerry Lee Lewis, the killer. If Elvis was the heart of Rockabilly, Jerry Lee was its insanity. He didn't just play the piano, he attacked it, proving that Rockabilly wasn't just a guitar genre, it was an attitude of total destruction. The sound of Rockabilly is defined by its machinery. While the rest of the world was looking for smooth tones, Rockabilly players wanted twang and thump. The Gretsch guitar, with its hollow body and Bigsby vibrato arm, became the weapon of choice for legends like Cliff Gallup and Duane Eddy. But the secret engine was the upright bass. Without a drum kit in the early days, the bass player had to be the percussion. By slapping the strings against the wooden neck, they created a rhythmic click that felt like a steam engine chugging through the night. It was acoustic, but it felt electric. Most people remember the singers, but the musicians were the real pioneers. They were mixing jazz speed licks with country fingerpicking. They were using echo units, the Echosonic amps, to create a wall of sound that felt three-dimensional. This was the first time tech was used to make music sound more aggressive, a direct ancestor to the heavy metal and punk styles that would follow decades later. What if Eddie Cochran had recorded a song in 2026? What if we could generate a track that feels like a lost session from the vaults of Memphis? That is what this channel is about, bridging the gap between the analog grid of the past and the digital power of the future. Rockabilly was never about being perfect. It was about being loud, being real, and being first. Whether it's played on a wooden stage or generated in a neural network, that thump in your chest remains the same. If you're a cat who loves the old sound and the new tech, you're in the right place. Subscribe to join the garage. Keep it loud, keep it real, and keep that echo slapping. See you on the next track.